Very well, welcome back to Let's Play Theia the Crimson Eclipse. Last time we explored the Maverick's base under the sea. We got the film that proves Seth's innocence, and today we'll try to cross the outdoor area, the Aven Pass. That leads us to the Borgold prison, where hopefully we'll be able to show someone the film and prove our innocence. Living through here, first things first, we haven't done this in a while. Camp. And I need to turn my notes to see the choice that I have to make, because I don't remember it, and I forget to turn my notes to the right page. Give me just a minute. Section 2, Section 4, Section 6. There we go. But first of all, let us check. Well, we already know about this, but we haven't seen our Corsair. So the unveil for our Corsair is Steel Volley, ups Elvet's strength, and she gets global attack, so she attacks all enemies, kind of like Varian. That can be useful. So, can you smell freedom already? Yes, I'll free my friends. It must be tough living as an outlaw, even though you know you are innocent. Yeah, even more if it's my ward against the Emperors. But you have a video on your side. Latimus will be as wide as a shit when he sees it. Latimus, why did he do that? I've known him for years. You'll see, we'll figure the situation out, Seth. And Varian finally learns rest. Now he can self-heal, which is awesome. Just a little more and we'll be back to normal. I'm gonna miss the Mavericks. Yeah, me too, but I miss my empire. I'm part of the Imperial family, so I'd like to go home as well. But what will happen when the Levizon people would discover what Latimus did? There will be hell to pay. It's likely that his kingdom will come to an abrupt end. There'll be chaos, but eventually things will sort themselves out. You'll be there protecting the Empire. For what I've heard, you've always been a faithful servant of the Levizon family. I don't like to brag, but Roland Levizon managed to make peace with the Carolitian Empire because of me. A peace sealed with the famous Emperor's gifts. So it was your idea? Yes, and it looks like it worked. Come on, let's go to our destination. I can smell the air of home already. Grant us no support skill charge. Not super useful, but hey, it's there. And here, mind offering me one? You're kidding, right? You asking me a cigarette? Sure, why not? Aren't you the one who's against smoking? You've been telling me to quit for months. I said lots of things in my life. I'm just really tense. You said that smoking relaxes you, didn't you? Well, the situation is not calm at all, and I think that relaxing even for a few minutes could be good for me. My lungs will be angry at me for a couple days, but the rest of my body and mind will be grateful, trust me. You're so weird. Seth, help me understand. Do you have some ideals, or do you just do what's in your mind at that moment? What do you mean? One day you say a thing, 2 hours later you say the opposite. Sometimes you rely too much on your instinct, you know? Not that it's wrong, but how the hell did you become a High Vanguard? Those were different times, different worries. My life was quiet and I had time to think. But not anymore. But what do you want me to say? I don't know. Fine, fine, you win. Here you are. Ah, damn it, I'm all out. Sure. This is the last one, Seth, believe it or not. I promise I'll give you one day, okay? Who knows, maybe I won't need it anymore. Thank you, though. And Elvet's own bravery, which is nice. Always one more strength on Elvet. It's not bad. Well, that's pretty much all there is to it. Now, there are 2 dots on the map. There is Aven Pass, which is where we need to go. But, if you go all the way to the middle of the map, we have the altar. There's a Gaia shard. And then there's this. Visitors? What brings you here? What place is this? Maybe we got lost. This place has existed since the very birth of the planet. It's known as the altar. The only purpose this place has is to shelter the original light, which was shattered after Ariathale's creation. Original light? The origin of life and light. Now it is lost, and its 99 shards are spread in unknown locations. The world needs the original light, and someone has to collect the fragments. Once they are one again, then there will be hope for the survival of your beloved planet. The time of rebirth is yet to come, but in a few years, Ariathale as you know it will no longer exist. In that moment, the original light will do what must be done. Bring me the fragments, and I will reward you adequately. We have a new mission. The 99 shards. The entity who once stole the altar believes that Ariathale will fall unless someone collects the 99 Gaia shards. So this is where we cash in those Gaia shards. We have 25. Perfect schedule. We deliver those 25, we get 2 rewards. I don't remember exactly what are the milestones, but I believe the next one is like 50. And there are like 4 rewards you can get. I think it's 50, 75. It might be 10, 25, 50, 75, but in any case... Okay, we deliver 25, and we get pure Orialkin, which is useful, because it's the material that allows you to upgrade the ultimate weapons of the characters to level 3. Yeah, 10 Gaia shards, so it's 10, 25, 50, 75, and 99 gives you the final reward. And a pure Atlas, okay. Average things. The 75 reward is super good. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but it's something really powerful. Let me just save the game here. Finally, we can go to Aven Pass. Oh, the Atlas stopped the shining. Right, I feel weird now. It's because of the reverberite. Reverberite. It's a mineral, a common one in this area. Its presence can interfere with Atlas technology. That's why no one lives near a reverberite vein. No roads, no villages, nothing. That's not so bad for us. The farther we are from civilization, the easier it is to avoid soldiers and bounty hunters. If you say so. Hunters or not, I don't care. I just want my stuff to work. You rely on Atlas technology too much. Skill is all that matters. You should learn the way of a traditional weapon before you start using some Atlas-powered stick. Let's go now. Says the one who has a weapon with no Atlas shards on it. I'm talking about Farian. I purposely gave him a weapon with no Atlas shards slot, so he could fit right into this area. And then he says, look, I want my stuff to work. Dude, your stuff can't work. He has no slots. And I should really move my mastery skill here. And Farian also kind of overshadowed by that robot. It's kind of hiding him. And he'll have to deal with it. Elva likes to take the spotlight. She's that cool. Elva is like, I'm too cool. I'm gonna hide the other characters with my giant robot because I deserve the spotlight. Now, I'd like to talk a bit about Elva actually, but let me just do the important stuff first. So, set this up to 1. Alright, at least we'll start retiring some HP. So, Elvit. Elvit was kind of a character that... It wasn't originally in the game. Like, they put her in at the last moment. And the reason why they put her in at the last moment is because of alchemy. Originally, there was just one character that was able to use alchemy. And it just so happens that that character is the last one that you can recruit of the 7 main characters. Yeah, the last one. So you wouldn't be able to use alchemy until like almost the end of the game, like 80-90% into the plot or the main story. So that was kind of stupid. So they thought, okay, we need someone else to have the alchemy skill. And so they created Elvin. So at least you're able to use those alchemy items a little before the end of the game. Yeah. That's really how it went, and I'm not joking.
That's what you get for messing with me.
But that's good, because we got an awesome character out of that. Also, another thing about... Whoa. Yeah, you will see the screen shaking here from time to time. Another thing about Elvit... Like, I didn't know that on my first playthrough. And I think nobody would know, in my opinion. You only know this if you check out the official Facebook page of the Crimson Eclipse. Because in there you can find a bunch of trivias of the game, which which is what I've been saying all this time. Like even what I said about Sino, Margaret, and Yellowton. That's something I learned from those pictures that were posted on the page. But basically, there's a trivia about Elvet that says that it claims that it's like said in the game, but not really. Like you can guess it. But honestly, I don't know how you can do that. Elvet is the only character in the game who's homosexual. She is a lesbian. How do you guess that? Honestly, I don't know. She doesn't show any sign of being one. She never acts like She's never like she's attracted by any female character. So what? How are you supposed to guess that she is gay? I have no idea. Maybe someone can tell me, because I have no idea. But yeah, there you go. That's a little trivia. Like, are you supposed to tell because she looks like this? Like, what? Can't you just look like this and be straight? I don't get it. There's something that's beyond me, probably. Something I don't understand. Oh well. So that's canon. Go figure. Anyway, as we proceed through here, we've been battling... Well, this is the second one we'll find. These guys are golems. That means Seth deals additional damage by default, because his initial weapon Memento deals more damage against golems. If it hits, because he's been missing quite a bit. You know what, Grant? Heal us a bit. Thank you. Hit Seth. There you go. Look at that damage. He can probably be shot them, if not one-shot them. So the Arcana is good, but not in this area. Not in this area. Now we also have the hunt to take care of, remember that. We're gonna do that, don't worry, it's not really that difficult. But let me see if I can do some upgrade on skills here. That's for first aid. I could take first aid, level 3. So we're gonna need survival eventually too. Anti-tank. Oh, there's also anti-tank if you want it. Pretty useful against those big nice guys. Again, they're golems. Flexes shiftless status plus blur status. Do you want to take this? How much? Honestly, smoke bomb could be useful too. What about bag spray? Parasite type foes. I'll take this. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Actually, yeah, okay, let's play this thing. I wanted to change some equipment, because I had the interesting idea, but I'll check after this fight. It'll be easy anyway. I don't know if I ever showed you anti-tank, that's what it does. It just, boom, there you go. That's what it does. Simple as that. The explosion becomes bigger and bigger as you level it up, but it just does more damage. It's not that fancy move to look at. It does what it does. Plus, Varian is not really that much of a skill user. He doesn't even charge Exceed with skills, so there's little point in using his skills, except when you know they're going to be useful because you're going to hit a certain weakness.
I'm sorry, but I need you to stay down.
As we're going to see in a second, actually, because Varian can actually hit the weakness of the boss that we have to hunt. And Grant can actually finish this off, maybe. Maybe Seth can do it. Or maybe Seth can just miss and we can get hit by this that Seth's a bunch of shit. Seth isn't blind even, come on Grant. Also, healing here is scars. But all of our characters have at least a self-healing move. Which is great. Seth has first aid. Which, by the way, I learned recently, if you use first aid level 2 out of battle, you get Genesis on Seth, which means you start the next battle in Genesis. Varian has rest. Elvet has repair. And Grant has Medicate, which heals the party. We're approaching the fight, I think, right? Yeah, there he is. Let me set the mastery to level 2. Always get with mastery level 2. And wanted to check up this. So the Nadia plushie. No, not on Seth, sorry. I wanted to do this on Grant. Can he do that? No, only Seth can equip that. Oh my god, I did not know. It's a thing. If you want to make Seth regenerate SPs. I wasn't sure if anyone could equip it actually, but I don't know why I would give auto meditate to Seth, honestly. He's not really one that uses a lot of SPs. And that's why I suggest Rudra's plushie. But hey, Radia plushie has auto meditate, I mean, if you want it. I just want to make my game a little harder by not giving me a Rudra plushie with 60 resistance, and instead I get this Kaina play which is weaker. It's just a little more of a challenge for me. Okay, I think we're ready to face this guy. Actually... Oh, but you don't have a lot of SPs, do you? There you go. I'll recover some of Grant too. Farion as well, and Seth as well, yeah. We had a bunch of soul quartz, might as well use some. Before I fight you though, I'm grabbing this. Want some money? I think we're ready.
Listen up. This fight's mine.
Alright, so this guy is not really that dangerous. He only uses physical attacks. And it just so happens that he's vulnerable to a status that Farion can inflict. He might be weak to laser too, but before we do that, I'm going to do a bravery with Elvet. Buff her up a bit. And I will do an agility with Farion. At least a couple before I start using something else. Or just attacking, rather. I did not want to attack that guy. Kill the thief, thank you. Couple of agilities. Elvet, you... Yeah, you do another bravery too. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. We can take our time. It's okay. Charge Grant's Mastery Plus. We don't need that. It's okay. I don't think we can inflict bleed. We could try it, but I'd rather keep Grant's SPs to medicate. Oh, in fact. Let me look at this guy. Skin Showman. Humanoid, so Farion deals additional damage by default. Okay, weak to Ice, Shiftless, Resist Status, and Wind. Okay, so he's not weak to Elvet's Laser, although Elvet's Laser is going to do a lot of damage anyway. But Smoke Bomb, if it hits, is going to inflict Shiftless, which drops his dexterity by quite a bit, which helps. You spam this Elvet. That really helps. And Farion at this point, you can just attack. You'll keep his SPs for more smoke bombs. You can actually do just one more. And in case we need more SPs, we're just going to heal some SPs to him with an item. Yeah, you can only do one more, yeah. I guess I rest though. Yeah, I can spare the SPs to do that. Elvet, you're full HP Overlock. At this point, it's just a matter of attacking as much as humanly possible. You spam laser as long as you have the SPs, Elvet. There you go. Still deals quite a fair amount of damage. But at this point, this is it. This is the fight. Farion can try another smoke bomb. Will it work? It missed. Well, remember, if you want to use an item, use Grant to do that, or Elvet. Grant has the ability to use items without dropping mastery, and Elvet has alchemy, so same deal. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna do that immediately, so the Farion can hopefully do another smoke bomb and hit. Elvet's running low on speed too, but it's fine. Grant attack. Does work or what? Come on. There you go. Elvet, you want to use a soul quartz on you? Actually, Well, that's all we have? That's literally all we have. Okay. There you go. And even I don't know if Graham gets an exceed. I don't think he can insta kill this guy. It's highly possible that he's immune to it. Here we go, Elbit. Let's kick this guy's ass. I definitely want to see your exceed again. Well, we can try. Let's give it a shot. My guess is that is immune. We're gonna do like 5 damage like we seen last time, and that's gonna be it. I mean, this exceed is cool looking though. It does have some problems. All those waves in the background are they create the same problem that rotating images do. Yeah, 200 damage. They tend to lag a lot, especially on newer computers. So, anyway, bye-bye. Yeah, he's dead. Elva's not doing any more damage. That means he's done for. That was easy. I really quarter and a 10th.
That's what you get for messing with me.
And really the reward for this is the 10th. Which is not super useful, but it's okay, I guess. I'm gonna set this back to 1. I guess I'll fight you as we move along this place. Wow, we've been going for 22 minutes. We're only halfway through the area. We have to fight the boss too in this episode because I don't want to leave I don't want to leave this area unfinished. I want to clear it. Oh, you missed, Elvid. It's too strong. It just dodges your attack. Well, the robot does actually. Now that's one thing that's weird about Elvid. So Elvid attacks with the robot. She heals the robot because her skill is called repair, and when she does the skill, she's like, poor thing, to the robot, because you can assume the robot is taking the hit. Yet, when Elvid is knocked out, she is knocked out and not the robot. That's weird. I don't know what's up with that. I mean, I can guess it's probably because of the limitations of the engine, but it always struck me as weird. It couldn't just the robot be knocked out for whatever reason, and I would be like, oh no, crap, the robot's dead. Don't know. It's kind of weird. Hopefully Elba will never be knocked out and we'll never see that silly thing, but it happens. This guy, I don't think we need to move our mastery. Yeah, how about, let's see. Yeah, we're fine. And what we picked up before, I didn't acknowledge in that chest, is a Raising Atlas, and that's a weapon for Seth, believe it or not. That's his third weapon. This thing is pretty strong, but it so happens that survival deals a lot of damage to this guy. Look at that. Yep, that's quite a bit of damage. It's one of the few moments where survival is actually useful. So we're going to spam that, and because it does this. Assault sucks. Lots of damage to the body. Immediately medicate when you see that. To offset it, and spam survival set. Again, it doesn't have a lot of HP, so if you spam it, 3 or 4 use of that, and you'll be fine. Sure, block fair, I don't care, as long as you don't use assault, I'm fine. I should be almost dead. Another survival, and he's down for the count. Come on, Seth, finish it off. No, he's still alive? Okay, let me see this. I need to know. What the hell? I know he's like 5,000 HP. No, 9,000. Okay, I remember wrong. And then it's a beast, weak to win. So even when lightning works, I think survival though does more damage. You can probably use laser too, but at this point we're just gonna physically attack until it falls. There you go. And we get an altar for that, which which is something you haven't seen yet. Finally, we can use the altar that we've seen on weapons. Fortunately, you can't do that right now because we are under jamming. It's unfortunate, but what can you do? Also, the rush alpha we found is pretty nice. Like, we find all those cool atlas in an area where we can really use them. It's weird, that's how it is. But luckily for us, this place, once done, there's no point in coming back. There are no side quests that bring you back here anymore, so you can just be done with it. Yes, if you really want, you can go back hunt for secret items when you'll have the ability to see them, but nah, not really super worth it.
You were stronger than I had expected, but it's still not enough.
We're almost to the end, actually. We just need to find the last save point. Might be one more battle. Yeah, one more battle, whatever. Let's just fight it and be done with it.
Very well. This should be interesting.
No, I didn't want to attack that, whatever. Well, Farian wipe him out.
These skills, it's all talent.
Yeah, it is Farian. It's all talent, Farian. You're a cool character. Love you, Farian. Okay, I don't think I need... Well, I don't need some of Farian's skills, actually. I have 8 soul quartz. One here, one there. And Seth doesn't need any SPs back. How are we doing on Elf, actually? 1, 2, 3. I don't need to waste Garant's SPs. Yeah, I'm good. Definitely want to save, because the boss can be an hard one, but not really. If you know what you're doing again, usually none of the bosses in this game are straight up hard if you know what you're doing. You can't go back here, but that's a one-way only jump. And prepare to meet a pretty cool reference here. So that thing has been causing all the earthquakes. As if being wanted by 2 empires wasn't enough.
You sure look easy to beat.
Meet the worm, which, if you know what the game is, this is from, you're cool as hell. This guy is from Final Fantasy VI. You could find that in the desert near the end of the game. And that guy was pretty famous there for one reason. This guy could be insta-killed in Final Fantasy VI to gain like 6 APs and a bunch of experience points. It was a great farming spot, especially if you want to learn magic. You would just cast the death spell on him and he would just die. And yeah, I guess I'll just attack. And yeah, there was a good known trick in Final Fantasy VI in which you would cast the vanish spell to make him invisible, and at that point all the magic would have 100% accuracy. Then he would cast death and he would die. So he would just be killing it in 2 turns. Anyway, this is a worm. It's a parasite, so Farian can use one of his abilities to exploit a weakness. Also, Elvet can use laser to exploit his weakness to fire. But yeah, I've been talking about this insta-kill property of this enemy in Final Fantasy VI. Well, guess what? For some reason, this guy pertains this insta-kill vulnerability even here. Yeah, it's weird, but that's just how it is. So wait, you've been thinking, there are no cards you can insta-kill here, right? Actually, Grunt can insta-kill, remember that? Yeah, Grunt Succeed works on this guy. You can completely skip the fight if Grunt exceeds on this guy, and we're gonna do that if we can. I gave Grunt the chemical gloves off screen. I had to make a cut because the first attempt at this fight was awful. I had my mastery at 1, I didn't have the chemicals on Grunt. I just made a bunch of mistakes, so I gave him the things off screen. And we're gonna keep him alive as much as humanly possible. With the chemicals, he's gonna charge twice as fast. Hopefully we're not gonna see a lot of earthquakes, because if we see an earthquake, he's got to heal. And that's a turn he does not charge or succeed on. Other than that, we're just going to attack and try to raise our mastery to get into Risan. And at that point, we can be a little more careless, but there we go. He's going Grunt is Exceed charged up, and as soon as he gets it, There we go. And look at this.
I shall end your life. This is your end. I shall put you out.
And he sends it to the Shadow Realm. That's it. That's all you have to do to win this fight. Exceed with Grunt and that's it. He insta-kills it. Pretty much like in Final Fantasy VI. I don't know if that was intended or not, but it's pretty fun.
So weak.
Phew, we made it. We should rest before we move on. Rest? You mean here? I'm not sure I want to sleep next to a worm's corpse. Do you guys? Ironically, sleeping next to the worm's body might be our safest option. Like other animals, the worm won't decompose for days because of its thick hide and not nutrients still in this body. As long as these are being processed by a dead worm, the beast produces a particular kind of pheromones, which will keep other predators away. Care to tell me when you learned all of this stuff? I'm a man of many talents. Well, that's great news, Grant. Let's lie down for a bit before we move on, alright? Now that I think of it, it's been a while since we last saw any gorillas. You have any doubts? Well, you know, yeah. Fair, you should know by now, this guy's an encyclopedia made flesh. Come on, we should get moving, don't you agree? Give me a second, I think my wound hasn't healed yet, and all this fighting is draining me. Are you sure you're alright? Do you want me to check the wound? I'll be fine, I just need to rest for a bit. Hang in there, Seth. Once we get to Borgol, we'll clarify everything and your friends will be free. I hope so. Now that I think of it, we must hurry before the knights decide to do one of their prisoners' exchanges with the Scarlet Worms. You're right, damn earthworms. You remember these haven't been the same since Demia left. Demia? Who's that? My sister. Me, Farion, and Demia, we all come from Alderus. 20 years ago, our parents were killed by some criminals from the Empire of Withered Tats, Merton. That's when my sis decided to take me and Farion out of their forsaken place. We met Magaray and the boys in Rakan as soon as we got there. And the me family ever since. What happened then? We were on a supply mission, Elva, Demia and I. We had to steal a food truck on the way to Benedicta, but I messed up big time. Result, we were about to get caught and Demia took the fall for the team. The truck had been ordered by Empress Soyan herself, and was carrying all the food by her birthday banquet, so they weren't nice to her. All that food, they could have invited us. She could have invited us. Farion. Oh, sorry. Well, Elvet and I got out of there, and we came to know Demia had been brought to Borgol, and she'd managed to escape. That's what the Holy Knights want everyone to believe. It's true if they sold her to the Scarlet Worms. Wasn't the first time that happened either. The Worms got convicts from there all the time. Demia knew what happened to her as well. Yeah, that's what happened to Sakalai, a guy we arrested a while ago. He was sold to the Worms as an Orialcon test subject. So you're telling me your sister's a Scarlet Worm now? We lost track of her. We only know her codename, Cobra. Cobra? Well, at least I can tell you she's still alive, Elvet. Cobra and other Worms were seen by a high vanguard team in Merton City just 7 months ago. I see. Well, that might not be good news, Seth. Sometimes I think she'd better off dead than in the hands of those criminals. I'm really sorry about them, Elvet. This should not happen again. We have to free Rudar, Nadia, and Gallian. Well said. All we have to do is get the knights to listen to us. I've got an idea to make it happen. Alright, let's hear the fool. We'll get to the prison entrance first, and then we can skip the part in which they beat us senseless by getting in Grant alone. According to Emperor Admis, Grant's just a hostage. So since he ain't done nothing wrong, they'll let him speak. That makes sense, actually. Impressive, brother. I thought such feats of intelligence were beyond the grasp of your tiny brain. Hey! That's a good idea, Farion. We'll do as you say. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. But we'll speak with the knights next time on Theia, the Crimson Eclipse. See you guys in 2 days.